turtles to spitting snakes, these unbelievable Asian animals can't be from Earth. Up first is the hornbill. The national bird of Malaysia is one of the most unique on the planet and inhabits the forests of Borneo. The large casque or horn that they have on their beak is there to amplify the mating calls of the males, and they even have extra strong neck muscles to be able to hold it up while they fly. They're also fairly intelligent, having learned to interpret the calls and vocalizations of monkeys to be able to watch out for predators or danger. In some cases, hornbills even seem to have relationships with monkey troops, cleaning them of insects and helping them to groom in exchange for protection. While not exactly out of this world, these very unique birds are some of the most interesting dinosaurs alive. Next is the soft-shell turtle. Soft-shell turtles seem to buck every trend that turtles have set. Instead of hard shells, they have, you'll never guess, soft shells. But that means they can't protect themselves with armor, and so instead have become incredibly adept swimmers. They have webbed feet and are much more agile because their shells are less restrictive. Even more interestingly, they hibernate, hiding under mud, sand, and silt in water. But obviously they can't breathe under the water, or can they? They can actually breathe through their throats. It's called pharyngeal breathing, which allows them to breathe just enough air to survive hibernation. Their throats are lined in papillae that increase the surface area for oxygen transfer. Next is the pangolin. Imagine what a combination of a skunk, anteater, and armadillo would be, and you'll be pretty close to a pangolin. These incredibly weird creatures are covered in sharp keratin scales and have powerful grasping tails that they use to help climb trees. They also have sharp and powerful claws that they use to burrow into dirt and wood and dig up termite and ant nests. These animals also have incredibly long tongues that they use to fish for ants and termites. Sadly, they are the most poached and trafficked animal on Earth due to their scales being used in many health fads and naturopathic medicines. Their habitats are also being seriously threatened by deforestry. Sadly, these very unique animals may be going extinct soon. Up next is the spitting cobra. The snake in the Garden of Eden may be a story or true depending on your faith, but scientists have agreed that snakes have been one of the main evolutionary threats to humankind throughout our evolutionary history. For example, of all animals, we're able to spot snakes the fastest, but snakes have also evolved alongside us. One example of this is the spitting cobra. Most cobras don't need to spit. Their venom is already plenty potent enough. The primary reason that scientists believe that these cobras, which evolved in human-heavy areas, can spit venom is as a defense against humans that can throw rocks and sticks. Spitting cobras can spit over 2 meters with accuracy and aim for the face. These cobras even evolved 2.5 million years ago, the same time as our hominid ancestor Homo erectus. So in a way, we've been in an evolutionary arms race with these cobras for millennia. Up next is the proboscis monkey. Proboscis monkeys are unusual, even for monkeys. As juveniles, they grow long, upturned noses, and as they mature, their nose droops and grows larger. And they grow really large, like 4 inches in length, which I've heard is sometimes even too big. The female monkeys really like big noses, and it's likely that these noses also are used to enhance the volume of their calls and vocalizations, which the proboscis monkey uses extensively. They are also, along with being great tree climbers, some of the most aquatic apes on the planet, never straying beyond a kilometer from their water source. Next is the Draco lizard. Not only are Draco lizards some of the weirdest gliding creatures on the planet, they also have a shocking social structure. Gliding and flight is pretty popular in the animal kingdom, and for good reason. It's just about the best way to escape a predator there is. But most animals evolved to glide in a normal way. Flying fish use built-up pectoral fins. That's normal. Bats use elongated fingers and webbed skin. Normal, again. Even sugar gliders use extended wings of skin that connect their limbs, which is also somewhat normal. But not the Draco. The Draco glides using 5 pairs of its own ribs, which it can unfurl. Who does that? They're also very territorial, with each male claiming a tree in the forest as their domain. Next is the sun bear. The sun bear isn't only the smallest bear species, but is also, I'm pretty sure, just a dude in a fursuit. I mean, look at this. This doesn't look like a bear. This is because the proportions are all wrong. The sun bear has much longer limbs and a shorter torso proportionally than any other bear. This is because they're the most arboreal or tree-living bears on Earth. They are excellent climbers, using their heavily curved short claws to help them reach into the canopy. They're also surprisingly intelligent, being able to learn how to pick rudimentary locks with their claws, and they also have similar facial mimicry and recognition abilities as gorillas and humans. They eat just about anything as well and mate year-round, which sounds like a pretty good life. And finally, the Sunda Colugo. The Colugo is the second farthest gliding mammal on Earth, able to glide 100 meters or nearly 330 feet while only losing 10 meters in elevation. The Draco, for comparison, can only fly around 200 feet and loses a similar amount of height. Their skin, however, unlike sugar gliders, doesn't just connect from limb to limb, but also between their limbs and tail, and more critically, their arms and neck. This gives them an incredible surface area to glide with. However, their heavy adaptations towards both tree climbing and gliding has made them almost useless on the forest floor. The females also use their gliding skin to carry their babies for the first 6 months after birth, which is just adorable. Those were unbelievable animals discovered in Asia that are not from Earth. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.